Yeah, it was cool. I feel like um, it was one of those things where I didn't really realize it until after it happened. Wish I would have probably smiled a little more and stuff like that.
So it
But
was like his idea to do it?
yeah, it was his idea, and I was just happy to do it.
Delon, obviously, without Colin in the lineup, a lot more responsibility falls on you and Fred VanVleet. How have you kind of accepted that and just kind of played through that, knowing you're going to get more opportunities?
Just when I get in, just try to do it my best, and whatever minutes I get, just try to be the best I can be, and whatever that comes with.
This Orlando team obviously is not playing well at the moment, but they've had good stretches throughout the season. What do you guys have to do, coming off that Miami win, to kind of keep that momentum going?
Yeah, I just feel like we have to come out with a better sense of urgency. I feel like we didn't do that in Miami, and kind of picked it up later on. So I feel like this is the type of game it's going to be, because obviously they're trying to get back on track, so we can't let them do that.
Serge was talking about maybe the start needing to be better. Is that something that you guys have targeted in terms of getting off the better starts and maybe trying to carry that momentum then from last game?
I feel like just last game that I can think of was probably the only time we really didn't have a good start. I feel like usually it's in the middle of the game where we have to kind of pick it up, but it was one of those games we kind of figured it out, and now we know what we need to do.
Games like that a good test when you kind of come down to crunch time and it's kind of back and forth. Is that a good test overall for a team?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good test. It's, as much as we'd like to blow out every team, it's good to have some close games so we can get some practice in case in the playoffs we have to do that.
You went into your bag of tricks for that one layup in Miami. Did you hear much about it from people?
Yeah, I heard a lot.
That when you're going after that, or is it just kind of happened?
It just happened. I don't know what I was doing. I'm happy it worked, and just one of those things. I just kind of went off my instincts.
Thanks.
How are you feeling after you came back? You missed the games and then came back. How do you feel after, like a couple days later?
Yeah, the first game is always tough, but hey, and I always say, it's a place to be back and on the court and play something you love to do. So, and we got the W the first game, so that's the most important. And then now I feel like today I'm gonna be a lot better.
So how tough is this matchup in terms of the front court battle with the size that the Magic have?
It's gonna be tough. We have to be very, very aggressive, early in the game, and we have to be physical because they're gonna play physical. And like you say, they got size too. So we have just to follow the game plan and be physical.
How good has the transition been with you and Greg kind of with Monroe sliding in there?
Yeah, to be very good. Greg will be doing a better job. Without JV, he come in the game and step up and help the team. And that's all we need from him.
So you guys just beat a team that was on a 5-game winning streak. This team losing 4 in a row.
Yeah.
The mentality's got to be the same in terms of what you got to do, right?
Yes, our mentality has to be the same because, like you say, they're gonna be hungry today. They play at home and they're gonna try to come at us. So we have to have the same mentality and keep play our basketball.
How much do you guys feel you've grown since that game in Miami where it was a tough finish? You guys executed well and got the job.
Man, that game was like a dog fight, and then we pull up the win. I think that win is gonna help us, mentally, physically, to be to believe in us too. It's one of those games where you have to win and to see where you are, So and we did it. So it's gonna give us a lot of confidence. And now, I think tonight we're gonna start the game better and aggressive and to play our basketball.
Serge, how much does it help knowing Vooch a little bit from playing with him and being here? And like, do you feel like maybe you can? He's playing so well. Can you kind of go at him and put him in foul trouble, maybe to kind of slow him down?
Listen, go out. I think it's more about team. It's about team. In the way how guard they're gonna attack. And how to be aggressive also. But he's like you say, he's playing well right now. And only thing I can do and we can do is to make him, take all those tough shots. And if he make it, okay, God bless him. But we know he's gonna make it. But we have to make sure he have to work for everything.
Kyle's already been ruled out. How's he doing? And do you have any idea of maybe a day in, day out sort of thing?
Don't have one as of this moment, but we should have one. We should have a little more read on what's happening probably by the end of the day or the end of the weekend on where we are with him.
How have you seen Fred and Delon playing?
Good. I think Fred is feeling better and moving better and playing. I don't know. He's just playing a lot better, and so is Delon. I think they both have gone up a level here. And I was, just was thinking about it on the way over here. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. Now all of a sudden you're a starter, and now all of a sudden you're into a regular rotation, and carrying heavy minutes and managing your body day in and day out and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot more things that goes in with that position probably than just being a player, right? There's a lot of leadership. There's a lot of coverages, both set plays, end of game, morale boosting, all those things that you have to do as a point guard. And I think I've seen Fred's getting a little more used to that now here with a few more games under his belt as a starter.
Nick, at points in the season, you can tell when your team is growing. Did that Miami game indicate growth in your team?
Well, I think so. I think we're seeing it, Sherm, a little bit more as we go here. Again, I think every game kind of presents its own situations, and a lot of them are different. You know my quote of "There's a million ways to win a game," and the other night was we might have found another one, right? To add to the list, and that's really all you're trying to do is get put in all these scenarios and all these tough situations, and be able to figure them out and keep playing and make adjustments. And I think the one takeaway of many the other night, but one is I thought we were tremendous offensively down the stretch. Just tremendous, right? And that is a big step forward for us because we've had some games, I think, earlier in the year where we weren't as good as maybe we needed to be, that we maybe if we were, we would have won. And it's maybe a couple games in a row where we've really got to where we wanted to go. And I think our guys, along with our staff, have kind of planned it really good as far as getting us to a certain moment and saving some things. And you know what I'm saying? Kind of we went to what we went to late, and we knew we were going to get there, and we were holding on to it as long, and we used it right at the right time. And then going back and looking at it, we just made such good plays out of it. Like when we finally went to, we moved Serge out of the screening position for most of the second half, but we were going to come back to it. When we finally went back to it, man, he set like a bone-crushing screen, right? And then the next time down, we ran it again, and Danny did a little reverse out on the movement he was using. He was crisscrossing the floor, and he faked it and came back to the same side, and they just totally lost him. How do you lose Danny Green? Well, Danny Green made an awesome move to do it. So those are the kind of things, like there's so many little wrinkles in there that you can do, and we got to some of them, and obviously they paid off, and they made the shot.
Nick, how comforting is it that Kawhi was in the middle of that, because he's shown a little bit of rust early and now it's starting to dissipate?
Yeah,
didn't have time.
I think that's the biggest thing, Jonesy, is he's really making good reads. I think the earlier in the year it was just kind of him trying to figure out where to go to get his own shot, and then they start sending more bodies, and he struggled with that for a little bit. Now he's getting to making quick decisions to vault up and take his own shot, quicker, less dribbles, and he's being a very willing passer and making the right plays. And I think the nights when we have a really awful shooting night, we end up struggling. But if we just hit a normal amount, we're going to be okay. And if we get hot, we're going to get away from people.
Nick, how tough is this Magic team? You run into a red hot Miami team now.
Yep.
Orlando scuffling, but as you said, it seems like any given night,
100%.
anybody can jump up and get hot.
Well, obviously they've kind of done what a lot of teams have done. There's some moments or weeks of great play and some weeks of down, a little bit less great play. But they still have a lot of talent. They're very deep. They're long, right? They present those problems. Vucevic and Fournier have given us our share of headaches over the years and this season as well. So, again, I'm trying to focus in on what we need to do, and there's some things we got to do. We got to take care of the post a little bit. We got to do some very good work on Fournier, T. Ross. We did a good job on last time. Those are guys that impact games, and we got to make sure we can handle some things with them.
Have you been happy with what you've gotten from your bigs in the absence of Jonas when you're trying to go against?
Well,
teams?
I tell you what, we certainly have missed him. Right, I think that you look back and you think, oh, geez, we sure could have used him for Whiteside, and we sure could have used him for Embiid, and we sure could have used him for the guys at Denver, and the other guy, Plumlee. They would just we ran into like a bunch of teams with with some of the better fives in the league all at the same time, and it was noticeable, right? But again, I think that's part of, back to your first question. We Whiteside was a handful for Serge, and we throw Greg in there, and Greg kind of stabilized it just a little bit, right? So we, and we went back, and then we went small, and then we came back to Serge, and then Serge was, a little bit better, and we're going to have to do that. I like our ability to use multiple people on these guys because I think it eats into them a little bit.
Will Norm be back tonight, or is he excused?
Norm will not be here tonight.
Does that give CJ a chance maybe to draw back?
CJ will be back in the rotation tonight.
Thank you.
Yep.